Hello, it is day 2 of the Abundance and Self-Worth Festival. I'm going to just do some brain gym for us so we can absorb this wonderful information. And I invite you to stand up if you like. And if you don't want to, you can just imagine you're doing this. But it's always good to do some movement before you are going to try to take in new information, or if you are going to memorize or get ready for a test, it's a good idea. So, what we're going to do to start, usually for medical Qigong, is we ask for a blessing, and we ask for a blessing for all day long that we learn and grow, and we are integrating the things we learn, and the practice is wonderful. So we're going to ask for a blessing, then we take sword fingers, that's 2 fingers, and we point it at the ground and do a large clockwise circle that gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And the intention is that it makes a vortex, that any energy that's pathogenic or toxic chi energy will go into the earth to get recycled and transmuted. And it becomes fertilizer for our growth. And if people were below the equator, it'd be counterclockwise. So that's usually this way we start with any medical Qigong uh, prescription exercises. Now, just to start, we also do pulling down the heavens. So if your knees are slightly bent, you're going to inhale your arms up, and like an energy shower coming over you, make the HAA sound. Ah, just kind of cleaning the energy off again, but the intention is the back of the body. Ah. And the third time, the intention is the center of the body. Ah. And we're just going to spread our legs out a little bit more, and we're going to bend one way and hit with our hand right here in the long 1 and 2. And the back hand, we hit on the back on the opposite side. And then we kind of swing out and hit a couple times and swing out, hit a couple times, swing out, hit a couple times, just waking up the body. This is good for the lungs, good for the kidneys, and we're also twisting, so it's good for the spleen and for the liver. So this twist part of it kind of bend the knee that you're going over to. And this twist has something nice. And we're going to slow down. This twisting action, like I said yesterday, we have a midline that cuts us in half that way, a midline from front and back if we're going to cut ourselves in half, and a midline through the center of the body, top and the bottom. So when we twist, we're crossing those midlines. And just go ahead and inhale and forward fold. Stick your butt out, bend the knees as you need to, flat back and touch the ground. I need to bend my knees a lot. Shake your head no, shake your head yes, and look forward, flat back. My hands are on my knees. Inhale, and then exhale, hinge from the hips. Come all the way up. Now we've crossed all 3 of the midlines. And the midlines are helping us absorb information when we cross them. Why do we say that it is doing that? Is because we have a left and a right hemisphere, and the brain bridge is the corpus callosum. Every time we do that, it crosses and helps synapses fire so we can absorb information. And the intention for today is to have all this wonderful, juicy stuff that the teachers are teaching us to go in and sink in. And I always say, take what works for you and leave the rest. Sometimes people will listen to me and they've never heard something before and it's new, and they are like, wow, mind blown a little. And I say, just let it be like music in the back of your head, that if you hear it again, it's familiar to you and it's easier than to digest. And sometimes you hear people say things and you're like, I don't know, that's too much. I don't think I believe that. Then don't believe it. Just believe what's good and feels right for you. Take what works for you and leave the rest, I always say. So we're going to talk to Sherry in a moment.